Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday. This is going to be one of our final additions to the year on our Monday report. And, I wanted to ask you all the question of what makes you joyful. And I think that, we hear so much about, we need to be thankful. We need to be aware of others that have less. And this is our season. But we don't often think about joy. And we don't often think about our lives, and we sit here with our first world problems and we talk about being thankful, and I'm grateful for these things, and I'm appreciative of these things. But what makes you joyful? I mean, I got to be honest, I had a pretty busy weekend, as we all do as we get closer to the Christmas season, and we all take time during this part of the year to focus on the things that we have, the things that this year has brought us, the things that we get to do. And saying hello to my friend Celia here. And what I see is that we often forget that joy needs to be part of our process. We often forget that in order to have the things in life that we love, we've got to have the drive and the desire to create those. But out of those, they're designed to bring us joy, right? I mean, oftentimes I find myself saying I'm thankful for my job, but my job wears me out, right? I'm thankful for this, but it wears me out. Where is my joy coming from, right? I mean, really, what makes me giddy like a kid? Well, there's a few things that I do that make me giddy like a kid, and I want to make sure that I continue to do those, because it's that joy that's inside of me that translates to the thanks that I give to the people around me, to the situations around me, to the opportunities that I have. But being thankful is an action. It doesn't mean that I'm happy about it, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my job. I'm thankful that I'm able to provide for my family. I'm thankful for the opportunities in both in business and in my personal life, and the friends that I've met this year. I'm thankful for those things. But how many of us can honestly say that those things bring us joy? One of the things that I will tell you all that I have found this year that has brought me immense joy is meeting all of you. And that's been something that has been crazy to me, because if you can believe it or not, I'm not really that much of a social person, right? My private life is my private life, and I've been putting it out there on the internet, and I've been meeting all of you, and I've been putting myself in a very uncomfortable position. But I've found that the friendships that I've created, the trust and the loyalty that I've been able to develop amongst y'all, has brought me an immense amount of satisfaction and joy that I can honestly count in my heart is one of the biggest things that I feel that I'm so grateful for this year, right? So I'm sitting here in a position where when I started this whole thing in the middle of February of this year, I didn't have any idea that we were going to have the kind of success with this that we've had, right? I mean, we've had over 5,000 watches of my podcast that we created this year. This is brand new this year, right? In 6 months, we've had over 5,000 views. That's amazing. But that's not what I'm joyful for. See, what I'm joyful for is I'm joyful for the interaction with you guys. I'm joyful. That brings me delight, right? When you look up the meaning of joyful, it says right here that it is about, the definition of joyful is expressing delight or happiness. And I got to tell y'all that being a part of this whole thing that we've created and meeting the new people in my life has brought me so much joy. And it's delightful. I look at my calendar every morning now and I go, I've got 5 phone calls. I get to talk to these guys. I'm going to talk to so-and-so. It's going to be great because I'm able to be in my element with you guys, and I'm able to be expressing my joy of my particular situation on a daily basis, right? And I'm learning that this year there's nothing exciting. I mean, there's been a lot of excitement about this year, but there's nothing exciting that makes me go, man, 2020 is so full of joy. But you know what? When I really break it down and I look at the individual actions that I can say that I have learned this year, I'm beyond thankful. I've got a list as long as my arm about how thankful I am for the things that I have. But the reality is, at the end of the day, I got I got 10 items, 10 strong things out of this that bring me an immense amount of joy. And the biggest one is connecting with you guys. The second biggest one is to see the coming together of our companies. I mean, it delights me so much. We had a company party last night, and I was able to just connect with everybody that I work with and just be able to be in a one-on-one situation with them and converse about their families and learn more about, them as individuals, right? The work person is phenomenal, but where's the individual and how can we increase that? And I got so much joy out. I went home, and on the way home, I was just chatting away with my wife about how great it was and how awesome it was. And I was just giddy. It might have been the sugar from the amazing pecan pie, right? But it might have been just the fact that I got to interact with some awesome people, and I am so full of joy for that. And so, guys, as we go into this season of joy, this season of festivity, look around at what you have to be joyful for, not thankful, joyful, and take the time to see what you have that you're joyful for and give your joy to somebody else, right? Take the opportunity. We all know about the people that are having the struggles this time of year on a regular basis. Compound that with where we're at as a world, compound that with where we're at as a nation, compound that with where we're at as a state, as a city, as a community, and go out with the purpose of giving your joy to someone else, making sure that somebody else understands that you are happy, that you are grateful, and that you are joyful about what you get to experience for 2021 and what you have experienced this year. And Celia, I'm grateful to connect with you and your husband as well, and all the other great, amazing, phenomenal people that I've met this year. I mean, it's amazing how my life has changed. And for that, guys, I'm beyond thankful. I am joyful for knowing all of you. I'm going to choke up now, so I'm going to get off. I'll talk to you all soon.